I appreciate you coming with me today. I'm always a little nervous with the new route. Oh boy, is that mirror out of whack. Bob, can you... Oh, never mind, I'll do it. Oh!
Jill, are you all right?
My back. I think I wrenched my back.
How bad is it?
Pretty bad.
You sit tight. I'm gonna find somebody to run you down to the clinic, and I can do your route for you. Just try to relax and take it easy.
Have you ever wondered what would happen if you got injured at work? I mean, what would you do? How would you handle it?
How does that feel?
Fine.
Okay, how about that?
It hurts when you do that.
Okay. Well, it looks like you've sprained your lower back. I want to give you some muscle relaxants. I want to send you home for a couple days. And I want you to come back in sometime next week so I can have another look at you, see how you're doing then. All right?
Okay, I guess.
Okay, now you get yourself back together, and I'll be right back.
Do you really need to go home?
What do you mean?
I mean, isn't there something you could do at Laidlaw that doesn't involve your back?
Yeah, I guess, but you heard him. He's the doctor. I just do what I'm told.
Many doctors send people home not because it's the right place to send them, but because the doctor assumes that's where everyone wants them to go.
The majority of injuries don't completely wipe people out. They usually can still do some kind of work, and by quickly returning to work, they can focus their energies on being productive and useful, rather than dwelling on their injury. In essence, they wind up getting better faster.
So?
Hey, I hate just sitting around the house. It makes me crazy. Besides, there's a lot of stuff at work I could do.
So what are you going to do about it?
What do you want me to do about it?
How about opening your mouth?
Okay, I have a note here for your supervisor.
Doc, I was wondering,
Yes?
I'm really not feeling all that bad. Is there any way I could just go back to work right now?
The injured employee is in the best position to help the doctor make a good decision about returning to work. The doctor sees lots of patients who have many different occupations. He or she can't keep up with all the individual job duties for every job, but the injured employee can tell the doctor which parts of their job they can still do.
I hear what you're thinking. What if I go back and they give me something I can't do without hurting myself again?
Looks like you won't be driving a bus for a few weeks. How about if I make you a bus inspector for a while? You'll check the first aid kits, replace any worn notices. If you have to do any heavy lifting, ask one of the mechanics to do it. I hope you're feeling better.
What's wrong?
I don't think I can do that.
What do you mean?
It sounds like a lot of bending and reaching. I don't think I can do that with my back like this.
So don't do it.
What? Weren't you listening? My supervisor told me to.
I thought we went over this.
No one's going to be observing the worker so closely that suddenly they're going to swoop down on the worker and say, well, I noticed you grimaced when you picked up that box, and we're a little concerned about you, and maybe you shouldn't do it. No, the best person to know when something's too much for them is the worker. So we not only invite the worker to tell us when there's a problem, we implore the worker to tell us when there's a problem. It's the worker's role.
Hi, Jill. What's up?
I have a little problem.
What's that?
I'm afraid that if I start climbing on bus seats and crawling around under there, I might hurt my back even worse than it already is.
You know, you're absolutely right. What in the world was I thinking?
Sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry. I'm glad you told me. I don't want you to get it worse. I want you to get better. Let's you and me the two of us put our heads together. There's plenty to do around here. I'm sure we can come up with something.
Thanks. This is great. But what would happen if I really got hurt?
Hi, Mrs. Fletcher. Were you able to get everything you needed today?
Yes, I did. Thank you. I'm ready to go home now.
Let me get you inside and I'll grab your groceries. There you go, ma'am. All set?
Driver, you forgot the kitty litter on the bottom of the cart.
Oh, son of a gun. Sorry about that. I'll just run out and grab it and we'll be on our way. Hello? Yeah, hello, Sue. No, I'm fine considering I've got a screwed up back. You want to do what? Transitional what? Now listen, I don't know if you heard me, but my back is really a mess and I'm not coming into work until it's better. Yeah. Okay, bye. Can you believe that woman?
Who was it?
It was my supervisor. She wants me to come in and talk about some kind of transitional duty. Like I don't have enough problems.
What do you mean?
They just want to get every stinking bit of work out of you they can. Who cares if your back is messed up? Not us, no way. Just get back in here and get to work. It's not fair.
What's not fair?
I wrecked my back working for them. The least they can do is let me stay at home. It's not fair. What's this?
When you consider that coming back to work is part of a treatment program that's designed to accelerate their healing and to minimize the potential for them to have ongoing disabilities and impairments, then to believe that coming back to work is somehow unfair is to believe that putting them in the best treatment program is somehow unfair.
There is always value in bringing an injured worker back to work before they're fully recovered because they will heal faster.
So, Joe, how you doing?
Just fine.
Did the doctor tell you how long before your back would be completely healed?
At least 2 more months.
Wow, that must have been some bag of kitty litter.
Well, yeah, I was happy, all right.
Well, I wanted to talk to you about the possibility of your coming back on a transitional basis. I got this report from your doctor, but I wanted to find out what kind of things you feel comfortable doing right now.
Well, not many. My back is still really bad. I'm lucky I'm not wearing a brace.
Well, yeah, you can do some things, right?
I guess.
You can walk and talk on the phone.
In a limited way.
Well, at least that's something to work with. I have to go get a form. Excuse me. I'll be right back.
Why are you so resistant?
Because I know exactly what she's up to. She's trying to bait me into some dead-end make-work job. Well, forget that noise. I'd rather stay home. They owe me that. And I still say it's not fair.
Injured workers have traditionally had very low expectations of light-duty assignments. Transitional employment plans have a higher standard. The worker should expect that the work is going to be meaningful. The worker should expect that the work is going to help that worker recover. That worker should expect that they're going to be an active participant in both the design and implementation of that plan. And that worker should expect that they are part of a team, and that team's goal is to help that worker recover and get back to work.
So how's it going?
Don't ask. Bored out of my mind. I've got nobody to talk to. I still haven't gotten to my first workers' comp check yet. And I'm going to turn into a pizza if I eat another one of these things.
Sounds awful.
It is.
So answer me this. Who is being unfair to whom?
Okay, so what can I do?
What about calling your supervisor and asking if there's some way you can get back to work?
I sure wouldn't mind getting out of this apartment.
And earning some money and doing something productive and seeing your friends and getting some exercise.
All right already.
The goal of transitional employment is the word transition. We want to transition that worker back to their old job. That's the goal of transitional employment. The transitional employment plan does that. It's a bridge between the injury and coming back to the old job.
So how's it going?
Me? I'm mad.
What now?
Well, if I hadn't have been so pig-headed, I could have been working on this stuff 3 weeks ago, instead of working on a pizza gut.
Transitional duty is not a punishment. It's for you. It's to help you get better. Take advantage of it.
Oh, geez, you think they'd pay attention? Stop turning the key while the motor's running. Yep, that flywheel is shot. and I don't got time to rebuild this and reinstall it today. Lou, look at this. Look what the driver did to the starter on number 5. It's gonna take me a good day to fix this, if I can fix it at all. Plus, I got 2 other buses out waiting for engine parts. How about I get one of their starters, steal it for number 5?
That's no way to do things. Look, I think we have a Hercules starter in the back room that should be compatible with that. Why don't you go get it? And then if we can't fix this, why, we'll just scrap it.
I don't remember any other starters in the back room. Are you sure?
Oh, it's on one of the top shelves behind the... Oh, wait. Look, just give me a few minutes to finish what I'm doing, and then I'll come back and I'll help you find it.
Come on, Lou. I haven't got all day. Wonder which shelf he meant. Oh, geez, I don't have time for this.
Unfortunately, some injuries are so severe that they result in permanent partial disability. What happens then?
Okay. Easy.
Okay, how does that feel?
Feels pretty strange.
Oh, don't worry, you'll get used to it. Why don't you take it down the hall for a test drive? Let me know how it feels.
Okay. All right.
So what now?
Good question.
How are you feeling?
Worried.
About what?
Look at me. Shattered leg, torn up muscles. I mean, this thing is never going to work right again. What am I supposed to do for a living now?
You don't think they'll take you back?
What, are you kidding? With a bum leg? Get real. They don't want me.
For years, there's been an assumption that if someone has a permanent limitation after an injury, they ought to just bag it. They're not going to go back to work. I think that's, again, one of those assumptions that we've got to check. I think employers want people to come back to work.
I believe that if you have a permanent impairment, the first thing you should look at is, can I go back and do my old job with this? And if I can't, is there some kind of change that could be made in the job that would allow me to do it? And if they can't do that, then is there something else I can do in the company? I believe that the worker who believes that because they have a permanent impairment, their life is over with that employer is dead wrong.
Yeah, well, that's all very nice. But why would they want me? I mean, well, I can't do anything. I'm not mobile. I can't get around a shop like I need to.
Why not?
Because I can't use my right leg.
But you can still use your left leg, right?
Yeah.
And your arms and your head?
Yes. But even if I can walk with a cane, I still can't carry stuff.
If there was a way for you to do the job the way you used to, even with your bad right leg, would you be willing to try?
Of course I would. But who is going to do that for me?
The reason that the employer would want you back is the same reason they'd want you in the first place, because you are you, and you're a valuable part of that team.
It says here that you should be able to be walking with a cane in a couple of weeks.
God willing.
It also says that you will never regain full use of your right leg.
Yeah, that's what they tell me, too. Look, I'm not going to be much use even with a cane.
Well, I've done some checking, and I came up with an idea. Now, granted, you'll move slower with a cane, but I can live with that. And I can get a special cart so you won't have to carry stuff. And I'm sure the guys will help you if you have to lift anything.
Yeah, but won't that cost a lot of money?
Not as much as it costs to get somebody who knows the buses as well as you do. And besides, nobody else laughs at my jokes. Look over this brochure. I gotta go get some forms.
So what do you think?
I think it's time I give you back your stupid sign.
The average accommodation in this country costs less than $50. There are ways to modify jobs and accommodate jobs that you don't know about. And not only is it a lot easier to do that today, but employers are a lot more willing to do that today.
I think there's a growing awareness among employers that a person with a disability is also a person with skills and training. Increasingly, employers are looking at those skills and saying, that's what I need. The fact that the person has a hearing disability or perhaps is in a wheelchair becomes secondary. We begin to focus more and more on what the person brings to the job rather than focusing on the disability.
Hopefully, you'll never be injured on the job, but you need to know that the person who will help you get better the fastest is you. Remember, it doesn't matter if it's a small injury or a disabling one. Your attitude makes all the difference. We want you healthy, and we want you back, because at Laidlaw, we want to be the best in our field, and we can't do it without you.